Hello guys, David here and welcome back to another video. Something a little bit different from the norm in today's video. I'm getting a little bit used to saying that now. We're going to be doing an experiment in Football Manager 2021. Now before I tell you all about it, I just want to ask you a quick couple of things, bit of channel admin. If you can hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy this video, that'd be fantastic. It gets it out into the world for people to see. If you do enjoy it and you want to see more and you're not already, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Again, it massively supports the channel and it makes me smile, which is lovely. And as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the content that we're going through. But in today's episode, or in today's video, we're going to be looking at an experiment, as I mentioned. What I've done is I've gone into the pre-game editor, and I have mucked around with every team in the Premier League. Now, what I mean by mucked around is I've actually deleted every single player in the Premier League. Just for a bit of fun, including youth teams and everything like that. So every 90 odd players per team is gone. What we're going to do is we're going to sim through a season or so, however long we feel it's necessary to do, and just see what happens, really. See what they do, see if any new players come through, see if they make the normal changes, the Haalands and that come to clubs and things like that as well, and just see which teams come out of that the best. So without any further ado, roll the intro, see how we get on. Okay then guys, here we go. Here is the Football Manager squad, or the club picking screen. I'm going to start unemployed. I'm not going to pick a squad for obvious reasons, but I've just come onto this screen just to show you the proof in the pudding. So if I go to Arsenal, for example, you can see here, apart from Danny Ceballos, I'll sort that one out myself. As you can see, every other player does not exist. So it looks like we might have a couple of loanees playing in there, but as you can see, don't know why Hakim Ziyech is in there for Chelsea. We'll get rid of him as well. But as you can see, yeah, a couple of loanees in there, but we'll sort them out. Otherwise, it's completely empty. There's nothing else to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to sim to the end of the first season, see who has done what, and see who's won the inaugural Playerless Premier League. Alrighty then, we're a year into the save. Let's go and have a look and see what's been going on. I think the best way to do this, oh my word, oh no, it's fine. I mean, well, Liverpool and Wolves are both in search of a manager, which tells you a little bit about what's going on. Let's go and click on the league. Let's initially look at where the teams have finished, and then we'll have the fun of delving into the transfers. I did look at it a couple of times whilst it was simming through at the bottom, just so you know that like, the little news articles come up, and there was some quite interesting stuff. So hopefully it'll be quite a fun one. Oh my giddy aunt, Spurs fans, you finally won a trophy. And what a trophy to win as well. I mean, wow. Champions of England, 28 games won, 8 draws, 2 losses. Beat Man City to the title by a couple of points. Chelsea coming in third. That's close at the top, to be fair. Top 5 separated by 12 points. That's still pretty close. You can see why Liverpool sacked Jurgen Klopp. I'm already seeing a couple of fun things here. I can see Dominic Calvert-Lewin, top scorer at Man City. Oh, this is going to be quite a fun one, I think. Relegated. Yeah, not too far off what I'd have expected to be there. Fulham, wow. Fulham, Newcastle, and I mean, West Ham's not as massive as a shock because of what's been happening. But look at that gap. Jesus. 20-point gap between West Ham in 8th and Newcastle in 9th. And look at the goal differences. That is nuts. Right, okay. This could be fun. Yeah, relegated was Brighton, Sheffield United and West Brom. Wow. I mean, manager movements. Graham Potter sacked for poor results. Slaven Bilic resigned. Bielsa sacked for poor results. Brendan Rodgers, poor results. Carlo Ancelotti. Players lost confidence. Nuno Espirito Santo sacked for poor results. Mikel Arteta sacked for poor finances. Oh my God, this is going to be fun. Right, let's go and have a look at... Well, let's look at all the... So I think that's all... Is that all of the manager movements? Yeah, Jurgen Klopp, we saw just got sacked as well. So yeah, that's all of the manager movements done. I don't know who any of these managers are, really. That's really weird. Why are there so many random managers coming in? Very strange. Right, we'll go over that in a minute. Let's look at the transfers, shall we? So these are all the free transfers I did at the start, I think. Oh, no. I don't know. I did get rid of Ziyech. So, yeah, he went to Real Madrid. That's fine. Just making sure my plan didn't just go and completely go pear-shaped. So let's have a look at some big ones, shall we? So we saw Dominic Calvert-Lewin went to Man City. Phil Foden ended up at Tottenham. Who else are we looking at here? Edouard Mendy ended up at Man City. See, they're all coming in on free transfers, obviously, which would be quite nice. Rob Holding and Nick Pope both ended up at Chelsea. Diogo Costa, Ruben Diaz at Liverpool. What else have we got down here? Meslier, see Leeds goalkeeper ended up at Palace. This is so strange. Mason Mount ended up at Man City. Liam Delap ended up at Liverpool. Kurt Zuma at Man City. Oh, this is really strange. I'm looking for the really big ones though. Regulon went to Man City. Stuart Dallas at Tottenham. That's a big old step up for him. Declan Rice to Man City. There's your big one. Nicola Ravella going to United for 3.1 million. I know he's a big one at this point of the save. Normally gets picked up. Zinchenko crossed over to the red side of Manchester, which is not something I would have expected. Who else are we looking at here? Let's go back to the stats and see what we can find out here. Let's go to the player overview ones. And let's see what happens. So Raul Jimenez went to Fulham. Lo Celso went to... Geez, there's a lot of changing across some really weird things here. Fabio Silva went from Wolves to Tottenham. 28 goals in a season. That's pretty good, isn't it, really? Let's go and have a look at Man City's squad. What are we saying? I mean, it's not a big squad. Oh, it's filtered. Hold on. What have I filtered it on? Oh, is it because I filtered on the side? No, I don't know why that's filtered. Is this just how small their squad is? Mendy, Castagna, Kurt Zuma, Skip. Interestingly, I mean, obviously no one's really come back to them because they're probably annoyed that they got binned off in the first place. But Adama Traore, Declan Rice, Ruben Neves, they've got a pretty tidy squad, haven't they? They didn't win the league, of course, so we'll see the league winners in a minute. Kyle Walker, there's a lot of switching across, isn't there? It's just a bit weird. So Kyle Walker's gone from red to blue. Zinchenko red to blue. Andy Robertson went from Liverpool to Man United. That's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Newcastle, they've signed no one massively of note, I wouldn't say, apart from maybe Ruben Loftus-Cheek's probably the biggest one, I would say. Kenneth Omaru, I guess, not massively, to be honest. No one really of note there. Tosin Adarabioyo is probably the biggest one. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain ended back up at Southampton. That's a nice little story, isn't it? Here we go. This is the one I wanted to see. The league winners. Wow, that's quite a team, isn't it? So you got James Justin, Ben White, Dendoncker, Tyrone Mings, Calvin Phillips, Alex Iwobi, Phil Foden, Mason Greenwood, Rojo, Fabio Silva. I mean, that's a tidy team. You can see why they won the league, can't you? I'm not going to bother about these teams who got relegated. They seem a bit unnecessary. We're looking at Tarkovsky. Decent signing for them. Samuel Guijo, I brought him in my beta save of Spurs. He was all right. Wasn't anything massively impressive. That's not the best team you'll ever see. I can't really see anyone really of note there, to be honest. No, not really. Arsenal picked up Jamie Shackleton, Giovanni Lo Celso. Who else have we got here? Andy Lonergan went there. Nelson Semedo, Connor Cody, Guaita, Lindelof went there. Wow. Some interesting people moving around here. Dean Henderson, Luke Ayling. Dean Henderson was Sheffield United, wasn't it? I was about to say, did he just go back to Villa? But he didn't. See, finally we've got a bigger team. Oh no, because that's filled up with loads of random players who aren't actually really playing. This is the team that finished bottom of the Premier League. So, yeah, no one really of note. Considering that's their striker. He played 8 games this season. Who was the biggest player? So this is their goalkeeper who conceded 50 goals in 23 games. That's not ideal, is it? I don't know what's happened with Brighton. They've had an absolute shocker. They just have no money, it seems. Can't get anyone in, which is really weird. Burnley, again, nothing significant there, I wouldn't say. This is a decent team, I suppose. John Stones, Nick Pope, Nathan Ake, Yuri Tielemans. That's a big signing for them, isn't it? Tariq Lamptey. No one really again of note. Oh, Bukayo Saka went to Crystal Palace. That's a surprise. What else are we looking at here? No one really of note at Fulham. Can't see there. Everton, Fulham, Ogbonna Kolasinac, Raul Jimenez, we saw him. They've got a pretty decent team. Kevin Long, Adrian. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty decent team, isn't it, to be fair? No one really... One Foyth. Leeds were looking at One Foyth anyway, I think. Other than that, again, nothing really significant. You can see why they just finished outside of the relegation places. Again, nothing massive for Leicester either. And Liverpool, I think, is the last one. They finished 5th. Yeah, I mean, looking at that, that's definitely not the squad. Barring Ruben Diaz, I'd probably say him and Thomas Partey, probably the biggest players. Oh, Harry Maguire as well, so I missed him. Again, weird signings these. They're going really weird places in terms of where the teams they're going to, which is really strange. But Tottenham. Would you take that? Would you lose all of your players? In fact, let's look at some of these. Where's Harry Kane gone? Real Madrid. Did he do well for them? 15 goals? Nothing too significant. Can we see that? I don't know if we'll see that in here. Can we see from free? No. No, we can't, unfortunately. That's a bit of a shame. Let me know of some big names in this season. I'll see if I can find them. Let's try Salah. He went to Paris Saint-Germain. Mane. He went to Real Madrid. Who else are we looking at? Oh, God, I can't even think of any names. I'm literally going blank. Edison. He went to Real Madrid as well. Van Dijk. Went to Paris Saint-Germain. You can sense a theme here. Cavani's gone to Inter. Who else are we looking at? Let's look at people like Havertz. Oh, I'm not typing anything. Kai Havertz went to Bayern Munich. Werner. That really, really big time signing that went really well. He's gone to Valencia. Deary me. I mean, some slightly surprising ones, but most of them have gone probably where you'd expect them to be. If we look at the Spanish First Division, let's go and look at this squad. I mean, this is a beefy old squad, isn't it? I mean, look at the play. Kevin De Bruyne went there. Sadio Mane, Harry Kane, Edison. Edison's on the bench behind Thibaut Courtois. Bless him. Anyone else? Ziyech went there. Ndidi went there. Indeed he did. What about Barcelona? Did anyone go there? And then we'll check PSG and then we'll move on to another season maybe. Trent went there. There you go. Trent, Laporte. Who else? Alisson went there. Naby Keita, Raheem Sterling, Marcus Rashford. Pretty big moves. Kieran Tierney ended up at Barcelona, would you believe? And then let's just look at Paris Saint-Germain. Virgil van Dijk we know about. Tanguy Ndombele, Bernardo Silva, Salah. God, front three of Salah, Neymar and Mbappe. That's filthy. Areola back there. Davinson Sanchez, Sergio Aguero. Wow. Who else? Chilwell, Brewster, Tammy Abraham, Tomori. Jesus, they just had a full-on just a taking of players from Chelsea, didn't they? And then that's not the Rafinha from Leeds, is it? Who's been doing bits recently. Well, there you go. Quite interesting, really. I mean, yeah, they've gone to the places you'd expect them to go, but we'll sim on another season, and we will see what the teams do when they've got a full season under their belt and see what they're going to do in the second year. Alrighty then, 2 seasons in. This is the last one we'll do for now. I will stress the fact, if you do want to see more of this and you want to maybe have the save file yourself, let me know in the comments down below and I will sort that out for you. But final season of this one, because again, I don't want the video to go on for hours because that's just pointless. We're literally reviewing one league. Let's go and have a look at the Premier League. I'm going to go to the job centre again because that worked last time. There we go. So you see we've got Premier Division. Liverpool's still looking for quite a few people. Coach, sports science, that's nothing really too impressive. Alright, so Man City. Oh wow, Man City won it on goal difference. Wow. So what happened on the last day? Can we see that? Man City lost. Oh, Man City and Tottenham both lost on the final day. If Tottenham had got a draw, they'd have won the league. How painful must that be? They could have got 2 in a row, but they didn't manage it. Tottenham, Man United, Chelsea, Fulham 5th, Arsenal, Norwich coming straight up into 6th place, Luton 10th. Have a word. Everton, Southampton, Leicester relegated. Wolves. Oh dear, Liverpool fans. It's not good for you, is it? You've plummeted back down. Well, I say back down. Not really back down, is it? But that's not good at all. What is your squad looking like now? You got Pellegrini, your Manuel Pellegrini in charge. You're still apparently in the Club World Championship. We'll have a quick look at that properly in a second. But what is your team saying? Jack Butland, Thomas Partey, Ruben Diaz. It's not a... I mean, yeah. I was about to say it's not a bad team. And then you look at these guys. I've no idea who he is. He doesn't look 25. You got him in on a free. You played 9 games for you. He's not really the best. I don't know who's Kieran Dowell. Has he played for you before? No. I mean, that's really bad. Ashley Barnes, Harry Maguire's still there. Wow. Who'd have thought it, eh? Not turned out well for the Premier League champions. Not worked out well at all. The only good player you've got is... Well, in fact, he's not even that good. He scored 4 goals in 33 games in the Premier League. Jesus Christ. He is rubbish. that new gen. Sorry, pal, but you're not very good. Let's go have a quick look at the transfers for this season. We'll do it on fees this time. Let's see if there's been any big fees been splashed out. Have I gone the wrong way? Here we go. Lucas Ocampos went to Man United from Sevilla. Dele Alli, who ended up at Cadiz in the first instance, went to Chelsea in a 40 million deal. That's a good deal for Cadiz, isn't it? He absolutely battered. They got them relegated, smashed the second division, and they made 40 million off of him. That's not bad at all, is it? When Deere went to Tottenham, Jack Vale, nothing really big, I don't think, here. I'm not seeing any big players moving around anyway. Let me know in the comments if you see anyone. Or I think the biggest one I've just seen is Nicolas Pepe, who went to Juventus. Oh, went to Juventus on a free, then went to Tottenham for 9.25 million. But still, he didn't. But he played one game for Juventus. I mean, that tells you how good he is, doesn't it? Really. Other than that, yeah, no one really of note. Let's just go back to and put it in date order. Let's see if there's anyone big moving around. Probably not at this stage. Not unless they're going for big money. I have noticed that Lautaro Martinez has joined Man City. What was he? He joined for 64 million. Jesus, they still got money to spend, it seems. And he's fired them to a title, which is quite interesting. Jonathan Cagliari, he's gone to Man United on a free, which is a good signing for them. Luke de Jong, Leon Bailey at Man City. This is Luis Alberto. I don't know who he is. I mean, it's nothing. Who's this? Brandon? Oh, Brandon Williams, he's the one from Man United, isn't he? He joined in a free a couple of years ago and has stayed there since. But I mean, that's terrible, isn't it? Fulham have done a madness. Fulham have done an absolute madness. How have they turned this around? Scott Parker's going to be getting a statue in southwest London soon, or wherever they are. South London, I can't remember. Somewhere in London, anyway. Adrian Matty-Cash, Willy Bolly, Benkovic, John Joe Shelby's on his way out by the looks of it. £26 million bid to Liverpool. Oh my word. How the mighty have fallen. Raul Jimenez. They've not even got that good of a team. They've just somehow done wonders with what's been going on with them. What's this? Asking to leave wants a new contract. They're not giving him a new contract. What's going on here? That's weird. Why are they not giving any players new contracts? That's really strange. Again, still a really good team, isn't it? So many players are unhappy because they want a new contract. That's so weird. What's happened there? Very, very strange indeed. Mourinho's still in charge as well. Got his title, didn't he? But it had to require the entire Premier League to be gutted out before anything could happen. Before we finish up, how did the teams below? No one got back up by the looks of it. Bournemouth won it. God, Luton won the title in their first season in the Championship. That's crazy. Did they pick up anyone? Quick look at them before we finish off. They didn't actually. I thought they'd have picked up on some people from the Premier League maybe to do that well, but no, they didn't. They just had an absolutely crazy season and got promoted first time around, winning the league. Crazy stuff. Fair play to them, and they finished 9th in the Premier League. That is absolutely mental. Well, there you have it, guys. It turns out if you do lose all of the players in the Premier League, clearly it benefits the players and the teams in the Championship because they finished 7th, 8th and 9th respectively, which is incredible. It doesn't benefit teams like Liverpool somehow. I don't really know why that's happened, to be honest. It's a little bit weird. And it seems to have massively benefited Tottenham. Who'd have thought it, eh? If you're a Tottenham fan, I'm pretty sure you'd take that, wouldn't you? If you lost all your, like I said before, if you lost all your players and they appeared all of a sudden elsewhere and you finished winning the title in the first season, I think I'd probably take that if I was you guys. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, as I mentioned at the start, please hit the like button. It'd be massively appreciated. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And as well, if there's any players, any people, and things like that that you want to have a look at in terms of the squad to see if anyone's moved on to anything interesting that I've not picked up on in this video, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. But that's going to be it from me today, guys. My name's been David. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. See you again next time. Cheers.